Get down, he's got a sword! Actually, I'm allowed to own this sword. I'm an adult. Also, it's not sharpened. Oh. What's up, RudeBirb here! Have you ever broken the law? Committed petty thievery? Trespassed? Jaywalked? Downloaded a car? Yeah, me neither. Because breaking the law isn't real. It's propaganda pushed by the deep state government to assume total control over us so the lizardmen can walk the surface once more. I'm kidding. But what I'm not kidding about is the law. The law is not a real thing. What the HE double hockey stick are you on about? Think about it! What we perceive as real are tangible truths, concepts and ideas that cannot be broken. The law can be broken. Your leg can be broken, isn't your leg real? You got me there! But what I'm talking about is the relation of nature to abstract ideas. If we're being frank, morals are an abstract idea, thought up to try and apply reasoning to our actions. Humans used to live by instinct, as animals do, but now we've evolved further. And so, we apply morals onto ourselves, partly to explain our brain's mechanics and partly to ensure structural survival. Society needs to work in tandem with itself if it is to maintain the status quo. You know what? Fuck all these fancy terms. Laws were created to lead us to a morally correct path. That's the base idea. Law is a further evolution of the morality we've created. An absolute that aims to punish those who act with lesser morals. But the only way for these laws to exist is for there to be people who uphold these laws. Law enforcement, police, blah 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 blah. I'm not a political person, so I'm not gonna make this political. Law enforcement has been under harsh scrutiny in recent years, for good reason, but I'm not going into that. The only reason why this ubiquitous concept of the law system holds power over us is because a net has been built that allows it to. Society is built. It's all made up. Somebody imagined it, and here we are. And this is a good thing at core. It's gotten pretty shitty, but the idea isn't bad. Like yeah, if you kill someone in cold blood, not the craziest idea that maybe that should have consequences. But who decides these laws? People. Just whoever the fuck people. But that doesn't mean they're right. For fuck's sake, in the 50s, black people weren't allowed to use the same bathroom as white people. Is that not fucking insane to you? Gays weren't allowed to marry. You couldn't smoke weed. Still can't in most places. Motherfucker, crossing the street is illegal. Jaywalking is a crime. Excuse you? Fucking excuse you? Now, I'm not encouraging you to haphazardly go out there and break the law, but think about what the law is, and realize it's a made-up concept, and most of the time, it's fucking dumb. There's no black or white when it comes to what is right and wrong. If your child is starving and you steal bread to feed him, you're a criminal. If you let your child starve to death, you're a law-abiding citizen. Yes, this example is a bit of a cliche, but it's real. A criminal is not necessarily a bad or a morally lowly person. Last year, I had a break-in in my basement. The thieves stole all my consoles and games, some music equipment, a camera, 2 laptops, etc, etc. I called my landlord and said there had been a break-in in mine as well as 2 other neighbors' basements. She said, "Oh well, should have thought about that before you put stuff in there." Gee, thanks for the fucking compassion! Yes, in hindsight, sure, don't put valuables in the basement. But what, should I just fill my 1-room apartment with 50 fucking boxes? Like what the fuck? Anywho, while I was saddened by this break-in, losing my whole gaming collection, including my collection of rare PS2 horror titles, I wasn't devastated. Somewhere in the back of my head, I had the thought, maybe it's something they needed. Not the games per se, but I'm sure they sold all of that for a hefty sum of money. And maybe that was necessary money. Maybe they fell on bad times, needed money for food, had to pay for medicine, whatever. I don't know. But whoever these people were that took my stuff, they're human too, right? I of course reported this to the police, but I wasn't expecting them to get my stuff back. It was just so I could get insurance money. Oh, but of course my insurance denied my appeal because apparently they don't put insurance on stuff you keep in the basement. Why do I pay you every month? What is the fucking point? Swedish law demands you have home insurance to rent an apartment. So then why the fuck won't you pay me my insurance when shit gets stolen? And again, that's the law. The law says I have to pay this scam insurance. I'm going to kill myself. I reported the theft, but I didn't care about getting my stuff back. If it bettered these thieves' lives, good. I'd prefer not to get stolen from again, but what's in the past is in the past. They did arrest a group of people who had some of my music stuff, so I got some of that back, but none of my consoles or games. Turns out it was my neighbor from upstairs who done it. Who the funk? Anyway. The law is not real. It's a made-up concept. Question the law, question the world you live in, nothing is black and white, we all live in the gray, laws are not real. Bye.